everybody. Well, I have a really nice gentleman that cut my lawn. I give him my guitar. My mom used to always say, Celia loves to give away her things. Well, yeah, but I don't like to have to buy new things. I don't like to have to buy new things. I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm wasting time. I love my ukulele, but it looks like a child's toy, so it's not a wooden one. It looks all, mature. Yeah. I like playing it because I like instruments, and I should really put my songs out there for you guys. Okay, really? Okay. I'll finish making lunch then. Thanks, Grandma. Oh no! How am I going to tell her about this? She gave it to Mom, who gave it to me, and I promised I'd take the best care of it. Oh, well, I spent a long time today writing and writing because that's what I do. That's what I love to do, right? So it's more of a hobby. And if it's going to be an article with a bibliography, that's what I love the best. Because it has reference books or reference articles or reference videos, a bibliography. So wouldn't it be great if careers could just be about things we enjoy to do? Whoa, look at all this. What do you mean no? I just a reference. Anyway. Yeah, when you're stuff that you think it's going to be this great thing and how it works out, but then you're like, oh, wait a minute. So hobbies are the ones that you just enjoy your craft and keep working on it, and it becomes a career once you have like competition and involves investment, and then using that investment to get a profit, because if you don't have a profit you can't afford to the cost of living, and sometimes that profit doesn't have to be a lot, because of different factors, like it could be that you're living with someone, or you have an inheritance of some kind, or a pension, or you just receive an income from somewhere, that a passive income. So hobbies, careers, and jobs. I guess jobs, nobody wants to admit this, but Jobs is like the story of Job, which was a man who lost everything, and then he started to have some discussions with friends about life and about who God is and why he lost everything, and then boom, God gave him everything he lost, in a kind of like just kind of religion, that if you lose things that are so meaningful, that not are just things with people like family, friends, and Job was just uh giving back, not the same people, but people. And you know what Jesus says about people being like vessels, and if you lose that salt, and not salt of unluckiness, I don't think that one counts, but the salt of your flavor, if you lose that, then it's like, what are you really worth then? You're just a vessel, an empty vessel, unless you fill it up with some flavor. So maybe in the book of Job, all those family and friends that he lost, they had the flavor of those that he lost. So the new ones replace another. Oh my God. It's when you're like really tight with people, your loved ones, you don't even want to imagine anyone in your mind or in your life that could replace them. It's just not. It's just like you have a special place for your loved ones. Even when you get like really upset and you want to hate everything in the world, and you be disrespectful in all your thoughts and just rage, you're like, wait a minute. moment that you're like, no, no rage, no wrath. I love, just love, 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 and you're like, I do love, and then it all comes back to you in like this holy kind of way, sacred of your loved ones. You're like, wait a minute, without even recalling anything negative, not even mentioning it, right? Nothing at all. No elephant in the room. No. Guys, you're here. Hello. Hey. Thank you for coming. How's your day going? How was your day? Are you still having a day over there? Tika. Yay. Hugs and kisses, guys. Mwah. You guys are the best. So yeah, I do have this ukulele. It cost me $7. I know I should be saving, right? So it cost me $7, and I didn't buy it because of how it looks. It's a nice story. My mom and I had seen this cartoon glitch before years ago before she passed, and I just bought it because I do love instruments, musical ones. I love it. I would play for you right now, but one of my hands is holding the phone. Yeah. So let's see when we could have another video live that we're utility. How are you, good gnarly kid? Good to see you. Oh, it's great to have you guys here. So I was on another channel today, and you guys mention your channels if you have them so I can go visit you too, okay? Especially during a live video. I would love to visit you guys on that. And at the other channel, this friend of ours, Russ, he was mentioning stuff about his life, spirituality, how he defeated his addiction to, what was it? I don't remember to what, but an addiction. And he was discussing his hair because somebody said, you have great hair, Russ. What's your secret? What do you do to it? And he was, I think he didn't say it, but I suggested we're using only cool water, not hot water on your hair. Uh, Hair, that's an interesting thing. When I was younger, and when I was a teenager, my mom used to say, "Oh, poor Celia, she has such thin hair. That's probably her blood pressure." And yeah, I have always had a thing with liquids. I've always wanted more liquid and liquid and liquid. I'm a liquid kind of person, and that will raise a person's blood pressure. Remember when I mentioned in one of my videos that I was like, I drink so many liquids. I don't know. It's got to be an issue, and it turns out that I have periodontitis on my gums. So what is that? It's like the roots of the gums have like a bacteria, and boom, what is that? Why is that? Because I wasn't using a toothpaste that had an enamel, like an enamel kind of like fluorine to build up enamel on my teeth. And two, I was drinking juices and other liquids that had acid. Even my Powerade has like a number three acidity. I don't believe that. That's crazy. Somebody wrote that. It's impossible. It's impossible to have three or five. It has to have seven or around seven because, well, around six it could be close to acid because of that it would just damage your. So no, Powerade is really good, but it's not that acidic. You can't even feel it acidic. So uh, definitely it's good to just have some water after you drink your beverages. So some water, you could just rinse out, or just rinse and swallow if it's a big. Uh, Periodontitis. Yeah, it just sounds scary. It does make your teeth look bigger, but that's not a bad thing if you always felt that you have too much gum. So I don't know. It's one of those playful things. Play. I used to like doing quizzes that were just for fun, like what god or goddesses you are, based on your personality traits or things like that. What's your favorite dish? What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite book? When I was on my honeymoon in United Arab Emirates with Muhammad, uh, we stayed at different hotels, and one of them was a hotel that I made friends with everyone there. They were all so nice. And I used to sit with this very nice fellow called, what was his name? Gee, I don't remember right now. But anyway, I would sit with him waiting for my husband to come and be with me because Muhammad would come very, very late at night. So I would sit there, and sometimes our other friends would gather a little bit and go back to work. But my friend and I, we used to talk about. Oh, no, no. We used to sing together. We used to sing a song, or no, different songs. We would do like karaoke or something. Oh, he had a beautiful voice, this young man. And then he said to me, I wish I had a book on how to talk about yourself, like your childhood, things that you like. And I thought, gee, I have a book like that. So the next time in my hotel that I saw that book that I had, it's not like he saw it or anything like that. It was just a huge coincidence. And I thought, gee, I do love my books, but it's okay. I'll give it to my friend. So I gave it to him, and he was very thankful. Yeah. One day, we're chatting on the internet, and he says, "Oh, I sometimes get a little scared to talk to your husband. He seems so serious, and I'm afraid that he'll hit me." And I'm like, "What? My husband won't hit anyone. My husband's a great guy." So it was one of those things. That young man thought I was Mexican, and I don't know why, but I guess a lot of people from Mexico go there, and he sees something similar to me in them, and then he's like, "Oh, Mexican." So maybe it could mean my eyebrows, my hair, could be my laughter, something. So no, nationalities usually have different regions and a lot of people from different places and all over the world. Not everyone comes in how do I put it? Not everyone comes from looking all the same. So, people from the nationality of my mom, they all look different. And when she came here to the United States, I grew up with seeing a lot of people in school that look all different. Um, no, from all over the world too, but trade or aspect. So yeah, I did like that kind of game. The book had it had a theme like a game because it was about asking questions. I like win, lose, or draw. I like Jeopardy. Jeopardy, always like Jeopardy. I like classic concentration. I like Monopoly. I like dominoes. I like video games, many, many video games, especially if they have a theme. Like, I like the theme of Maniac Mansion, of Deja Vu. And if it's allegorical, oh, even more fun. Yeah, I do. I think anything from video games like those, you could get something allegorical. I really love the NES games. I had NES games for a long time. Then I gave it to a charity for the people of Cuba. My neighbor, she was gathering items, and I donated that. So that was always fun to collect and keep things and take care of them, especially if they were like inexpensive. And sometimes you buy inexpensive things, but somewhere else it's going to be expensive somehow. Expensive things and inexpensive things are like in different markets of international, regional, statewide, local, and even local. They can be spotted inexpensively one place and expensive another. So when you think, wow, things are so expensive, somewhere else that might be like very inexpensive, and vice versa. I got a box from Walmart, not Walmart, no, so Walgreens, the pharmacy Walgreens, and it looks like it's a video game or some sort of comic. And I got the box because it was empty, so they didn't need it anymore. And I used it to patch up my window because I was like, this it's not really patching it up as in a broken window, but it's patched up as in don't look at me through the don't look through the window to see me because this is my bedroom. I wanted it to be a little bit more closed than the curtain was closing up. So I love my ceiling. It's really nice. It's a popcorn ceiling, which is not a very interesting thing, but in when you look at your nostalgic life and you think about all the popcorn ceilings or the different ceilings that you've had, it's a pleasant thing. It reminds me of my first memories of life with my mom and my dad, and visits from my cousins and my grandparents, birthday parties and things like that. I had a few birthday parties with family and friends, but usually it was more me and my mom going somewhere like the mall and seeing a movie. So having a distraction. You guys are so cool. Thank you so much for visiting me, guys. Gnarly Kid, oh cool. And Yadika Walia. It would be nice to play something like that. Something like, actually, yeah, that's what it is. It's not real, it's playing. Wordplay. Something that doesn't involve seriousness and crisis or panic or anything like that. Something fun, relaxing. Something that doesn't give headaches or builds up uh, your spunk. So my musical instrument. I was thinking about when am I gonna have time to publish some of my songs, maybe even compose a new song. This little apartment is so little that it doesn't let me ignore housework. Back at the house, I could ignore housework for some time and go back to it whenever I wanted. So I was able to block visually things. Now, having to go out and work on music the way I do, or I write and I compose the most, the most when it comes to abundance at home, just relaxing and working on it. Uh, there was a poem that I wrote like at a campus, like I think it was the Wolfson campus. The Inter-American was my main campus. I went to the North Campus, which, well, I was one of the editors there. I was, it said editor, staff editor, or something like that, and I still have the little badge. And I loved my job. I mean, it wasn't a job that you get paid, but it was a job that gosh, did they pay other people? Because they didn't pay me. I never asked them if they were going to give me what's it called? Uh, we're gonna put me on a payroll. That's interesting. And maybe there's a paycheck out there, and I never knew about it. That would be nice. Say, hey, there's a paycheck. Uh anyway, I did love that. I love the North Campus for that, and also to play music with my friends. There was Mike. There was this other guy that got upset with me, so I kind of blocked his name. There was our instructor Dennis Wang. God bless him, great professor, so handsome. excellent, excellent in music. He could play Beethoven on the piano so well. It was excellent. It was beautiful. And I had our friends, old dear, old dear. He comes from a very good family. Um, People might not even know how good they are, but if you Google his dad, it'll mention his father's good things in life. So that's really nice. Mm, my family had really, you know, they're blessed by God to have good things. They were good people. But anyway, I don't want to. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. No, I'm not gonna cry. Oh, I got these chocolate figs. Really nice chocolate figs. I miss my husband a lot, but we gotta wait for people to start, helping us. And maybe I should be working on it too. I almost, I almost have to work a lot when it comes to bureaucracy and getting my husband with me. Mmm, chocolate covered fig pieces. I love fig. Fig is a flower with those seeds, and it's so good. I'm so sorry. Talking with my mouth full. Anyway, North Campus, English composition one with Professor Valdez. Excellent. Grammar and mathematics are always things that you have to explain your mentality about. I once had a class where my teacher asked me, it was Italian, and he said, "Did you write a five or a two here?" I just interpreted what I saw, not what I did. So I said the wrong number and he marked it wrong. So yeah, grading isn't a good thing or easy thing when it comes to interpreting. Always a disappointment when you think, wow, I did a great job. This is perfect. I got it. I got it. Then boom, someone says, no, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's actually right, but it's how you look at it. That's reality. Reality is all about not getting things lost in translation because everything is translated. That's what I've learned in my 45 years of life. Do I look 45? I'm 45. Wait a minute. No, I'm 46. I turned 46 this year. Embarrassing. On my age, embarrassing that I forgot. Well, let's not be embarrassed about anything. Now, the Hialeah campus, I only went there to have credit as a substitute teacher. So, oh yeah, I did have a credit as for to do substitute teaching. But my teacher, our professor, I mean, she said, "Remember to lie." I don't lie. She said, "Remember to lie." They say if you can't go there, don't tell them. Tell them you have another place to go that it involves teaching, because if not, they'll mark it like a problem or wrong. So she wanted us to lie, cheat, and steal. In life, even though you find things funny that people say sometimes, you'll notice that for certain things, which is just separate from what I said, yeah, I'm a lot like Honest Abe. But what happened to Honest Abe? Um, Honest Abe was a lawyer, and people sometimes have a negative attitude against lawyers. So that's where you learn that they're two sides of the coin, but you have to abolish the negativity and embrace the positive. Because if not, you'll be unhappy all your life. Because if lawyers are seen as a bad thing, and Abraham Lincoln, who was a great guy, was seen as a bad person, or that lawyers are bad, no, it just makes things more like that's like if everything, then every job would be bad. See, it's not. So in the mind is something that you have to always kind of control to your benefit. So you have to love yourself. Love yourself. But how do you love yourself? First, you have to love everything that's wholesome. Then everything that's doesn't have to be wholesome, but it's good. Then so first wholesome, then good, then yourself, then others. The holiness of God is in this powerful spiritual force. This huge, beautiful light that does you well, makes you happy. Happiness can be momentary. Happiness can be a flow. Happiness can be an illusion. Happiness can be a heartfelt reality. There are so many ways to describe what's happiness, to demonstrate, to manifest happiness. Well, sometimes we seem different, but who are we? Who we are is always on the inside. It's a authentic thing. It's a genuine thing. Sometimes it's not noticeable by our expressions or our appearances. Well, I'll have to wish you all a very good night, and yeah, just like, oh hey, Izmir, how are you? Shay, oh yeah, hey. So sweet of you guys. You guys are so powerfully, beautifully, super, super sweet. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And you know why I love you so much? Because you respect me. You are respectful. And I respect you too. Oh my God. If I ever disrespect you, please forgive me. Let me know where I went wrong, or just ignore it, and let's hope it never comes again. Because you guys are the best. You're the best. Yay. Love you. You guys are super. And you love me, and you love, that's the moment. That is the moment. That is a glorious, glorious moment. You guys are the best. See the beauty of life. See the beauty. I hope I bless you in my heart. I bless you above any gravity. Always be above it. Always fly high and happy to the Lord's beautiful sky here and this air that, God bless you. I always have, here in Florida, sometimes we have very hot seasons. Very hot seasons. But with some air conditioner, or some natural air. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Bless you guys. Bless you always. Bless you, and may you always see all your blessings. May you be able to list every single thing, and make you feel joy and happiness and glory. All right? You take care. Take care, my loved ones. All right.